close because I think
You are live.
I'm live now. Right.
Action.
Um, Hello. Today we are doing an air dry clay workshop. I ran out of materials, so I can't participate in this one. I'm a little sad because we're making little tiny ratatouille, which you can totally hide in your hat. And that one guy from Halloween. Um, anyway, uh, I'm so tired. So I'm actually kind of flipping. Can you? I am gonna hide the camera for a little bit actually because I need to be able to see the comments. I have to flip it. So I'm just gonna like cover the camera for a second. Uh, this is my hand. Sorry, I just need to. There you go. This is me. That's it. Because in the way I can see the comments, how many people I'll be talking to um, here. So everyone's working hard, building their own um, little tiny ratatouille. And so once I start seeing some progress with that, I'll guide you guys around.
Elizabeth, why do we create these type of workshops?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll be your commentary.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's fun. Um, no, so we do. These are what I call. Oh, it's not here. Self care workshops. Or this is a self care studio because we're streaming it. But these are self care workshops, so we're trying to encourage everyone to basically take care of their mental health by doing fun things, regardless of how old they are or how young we are. So we have a bit of a mix here. And we're gonna check out. They're actually working really fast. So I think we're gonna end up doing two different ones. One would be the ratatouille, and that's like a guided sort of like step by step. And then we're gonna have them do like their own, like freestyle. So yeah, this is one of the workshops that we do. We have a bunch of other ones here. It's a little bit of like trying to get people to come to the community. We are actually at Contra in Barcelona right now. So you can just really see this. Um, the camera's only facing me. But yeah, they allowed us to use their space. They have been really great in helping our mission and encouraging everyone to have fun. We live in a very rural area, so we don't have a lot of these sort of like events easily accessible. So we're trying to make them a little bit more easily accessible because I think a lot of the workshops that we hear or that I usually hear about are like wine and paint, which is great. But if you're a kid, that's kind of lame, right? Like you wouldn't be able to like go.
You have golden sobriety.
I got it. Thank you. Yeah, or like if you just don't like it, or you're allergic. I heard like that's a thing.
People who are in sobriety.
In sobriety, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so if you love boba, also people who love boba, you can do that, and it's a way to spend. It's a way of tricking people into practicing mindfulness. Actually,
You mean reverse psychology?
yeah, I'm like I don't want to be too loud because they're gonna be like, no. Yeah, so essentially is yeah, practicing mindfulness because you're so focused on whatever it is that you're creating, hopefully without judging it. Um, so yeah,
What is personal care?
personal care,
Or self-care?
like care for a person. No, actually, that's a good question because um,
It's been marketized a lot. So what is really self-care?
so I, as a therapist, went to my own therapist and said something along the lines of, you know what, I'm really upset that my self care isn't really working because I want to be more productive in the things that I am doing. And then, uh, oh,
Keep going.
no, and then I realized that because then my therapist was like, "Well, like what's self care for?" And then I was like, "So we can feel better, right?" But then my goal was to work better, not to like do anything for myself. So the goal isn't. It does. It's a side effect, right? So once you start taking care of yourself,
So what I'd like to do is with the
making sure they're giving instructions. Yeah.
just like something sharp, and you're going to make like little
Wait,
lines
I should feel like I should ask first.
like this, and then you're also going to do the same thing at the back. And after you're going to grab some what I like to make is like paste. So I like on the mat you can add some water and a little bit of clay and mix it, and it makes like a paste. And you're going to put it on the tail and on the back. And you're just going to put it like this and just form it all together so it can be stick. Because when it dries, you don't want it the tail to break off. So
So I'm essentially learning, so I can tell you. So one thing I learned is that you need to put a little bit of water and make sure in the clay, um, and make sure it doesn't have any cracks in it because then when it dries, it will have cracks. There you go. Now you know. And actually, it is relatively cheap. Thing to economic economic to have this because I think like we pay like $10 for like a 5 pound like bucket of it, and you can make whatever. Like just do a quick Google search on things that you can do with a dry clay, and you will have so many cool things. Like I saw people do like a bunch of like tiny little animals. They done like jewelry, like jewelry holders, like where you can put pans, you can do everything. So it's really cool. There we stole it. Thank you. So this is what it looks like. Oh, it's more exciting of six. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Do you want to touch it?
oh my god.
I was gonna grab a little bit.
ASMR.
It's like a. Oh, I thought it was gonna be more sticky. I have a little thing. So as you can see, whoa, it's actually really like moldable. I'm sorry that this time I'm not able to like show you guys how to do it because we didn't prepare enough space, and I think we only have
Which is
enough.
good.
It is. We have a lot of people that came today. I'm making a little tiny one now, and then so what I heard our artists say is like when you're adding the tail, you make kind of like a paste. So you are a little bit of like this clay, you mix it with water, and then you like attach this together. And then like what is it like mold it in so it can like sticks. I know this is one of those things you have to like. Here you go. It's one of the things you kind of have to like try it out. I got a set of a bunch of tools that we can use for clay, like into clay really. And again, it was very affordable. So if you want to do this, you can do this as a family, like for a birthday party.
Yeah, it's a really good exercise
Activity, yeah. And again, it's not very difficult. The only thing that we're not going to be able to do during this workshop here is so because it's going to take a few hours to like dry, and we just don't have time to do that. I'm going to make a test. But yeah, if you guys haven't tried this, I definitely recommend. And I have something to like focus on, and I'm like, I need to start talking. I'll continue. Let me do a quick pass to show you guys what is going on. First, I'm gonna show you because I need to switch the camera. And the floor, check that. Yeah. Now I have to remove the camera from here. I was gonna say, I was like, whoa, you guys are super fast. But that was mermaid. So this is kind of like the tool sets that they came all together. Are the tools even helpful, or is it just better if you do it with your hands?
I think they're kind of helpful. Yeah,
Okay.
you need the tool to actually blend it in there.
Because I figured like it would be good to have like little details or like designs on it, you know? Yeah. All right, you guys learn all the tips and tricks, and then I'll come back. Yeah. Ah, I'm just showing everyone's shoes. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing something different or the ratatouille? The ratatouille? Do you guys have any questions or anything? No, because if you guys oh, just by the way, I'm not showing your faces or anything. Okay, just your just your work. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, you can always ask Star. Okay. Do we still have a lot of clay? Still a lot of clay there. Right, tonight? I don't think I can. Can I? Do you mind if I show your work of art? You're almost done with it. Look at that. Do you need a little bit more? I'm gonna tilt it like this so you can grab some. I'm gonna stand over here for a little second. Oh, this is just outside. Um, there it goes. There's feet. So as you saw, there are people hard at work. These workshops are really great because it's everyone is like again, like I said, it's a way to practice like mindfulness. So everyone gets really sort of like sucked into whatever it is that they're doing. So there's like a lot of conversation happening, and it's kind of like a vibe to be here. You have a decent drink. There's other people that are working on the same thing. If you ask, you need help, you don't know what to do. There's like someone there to assist you, and like if jokes happen to come up, or like sometimes a lot of friends come and work together and they like they're clicking with each other or they're talking but it's you can do it your own way is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough materials for me to or like the tool essentially in the space. So we had a lot of people show up for this workshop, so it is a huge hit. That is great. So yeah, I'm gonna just go back over here in my little corner, and then we can do another pass in a little bit. Do you want a chair? All right. Well, there's still plenty of chairs, so if you do, I'll go steal one for you. Like as a joke, as a joke. Wait, how do we? Oh, there it goes. There you go. I think oh no, I clicked something. There you go. The problem sometimes with streaming with my phone is that because I drop it all the time, I have to be careful with. Well, I have like a chunky cover, and then it's like really hard to like stick it anywhere.
You need that magnetizer with the scissors.
Oh, I'd be so afraid it will fall. Though.
Maybe we have a recipe holding like a spatula or
A pan.
or yeah, just I want That's to be creative. Because you can make another non-ratatouille maybe. If you don't want to do the ratatouille, you can do something else too.
I'm just gonna play here with clay. Maybe I should put my stuff. I don't know.
What do they call? Stand.
Stand. Phone holder. It's not a tripod.
If it has 3 legs, it is.
This one has one. So it's a one.
Sorry. Oh, they do. This one.
Not the tools. We need to use them again.
This one. It's portable. It can get big or small.
You can use a toothpick or like because I saw a
The
lot
hairs.
a lot of people use sort of like whatever because we had a paint workshop and it was like a space theme and the artist was like I have this brush that has been passed down like 3 generations and it's just really great at like doing that splatter sort of like technique, so whatever works for you. If you're like I have no money, then toothpick works. You know, anything like that. It doesn't have to be like fancy tools or anything.
Oh, this is the other one.
Oh, that one's nice. I like that one.
Stuffy stick.
Ooh.
They're portable.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them. Oh, and then, but the other one was cool because you can make this one big, like a stand.
Mm-hmm. It's still relatively portable though. Yeah. Just holding the huge stick. Hello, welcome in. I was supposed or not. There's like a person that keeps jumping in and like leaving the stream.
Oh,
The stream. Yeah. I heard though that usually the people that are watching are not available.
or not what?
What?
The people that are watching are not.
Oh, what am I saying? It's not that they're not available, but that they're not accurate. But also, like this goes on YouTube, so people can watch it afterwards. I made another ball, or the same ball. I made a ball again. I don't have like a lot of gunk in it, but I'm also not really working hard. But I can tell if I'm not touching it, then it starts getting dry. Because I went over there and I was like doing other stuff, and it started getting dry. But
That's smart. That's really smart.
I recommend using apron. I mean, if you have a sensory thing with your hands, a lot of people don't like paint touching their hands or like certain materials. You might want to sort of like test it out first or use gloves. Might not be as effective, but you know what you can actually use? Like if you were to get, because I'm thinking like, you know, those like Play-Doh things that you can like molds for Play-Doh, you can probably use that as well. And it should be okay if you're not wearing gloves. Especially because for this one you have to add water to it and to like remove all the little like cracks. Like wait, I was gonna show you in the middle, but it's over here. Like the little cracks like that. That way it doesn't look cracked, unless that's the effect you're going for. Yeah, but in the general, like you wouldn't, because then like once you paint over, yeah. I wonder if you can just like soak it in water for like 5 years and then you will go back to this. Does it like? Oh, maybe you can turn it into powder, right? And then add water. Or you could just buy another bucket. That would be easier. Um, and I think this may be like an alternative to using Play-Doh, because I don't know about you guys, but I like the different colors of Play-Doh. And then you know how you see in the commercials, they're like, oh, you can make a cookie and like use different like Play-Doh colors. I'm like, excuse me, why are you mixing the colors? You can't do that, you know. And also, you get to keep this forever because then it would dry. And you know, because I know there's like other things that you can use, and then but you kind of have to bake it in order for it to like harden, and this doesn't do that.
It doesn't need that.
I'm pretty sure.
No, you just let it dry and all dry.
Nay.
Air dry for a reason.
Yes. How long does it usually take to dry? 4 days. I thought it was like a couple of hours. Okay, well, definitely you cannot make it today.
Yeah.
How would you know? Like, 'cause in my head, I was like, you know how when you're like baking something and then you take like a little toothpick and then you're like, oh, it's the bake all the way through? Like, how do you know this is like dry off?
It changes color. So right now it's like tannish,
Uh-huh.
but when it's completely dry, it's all white and it's like really
Oh, okay.
yeah. So like for that one, you could like where it is, but it's like completely white, but some areas are like still like discolored. That means it's still like dry.
Okay, so if it's like a little bit spotted, right?
Because I tested this first when I was on like airplay, but I found that there's something else that it's already color and I just put it like in the oven and like it's completely good.
So that's like a lot faster process.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have that. So
Yeah.
air dry. Well, have you tried like using a hair dryer? Because that work. Did it work?
Yes and no. Like
Or did it like start melting? And I just like this, like the tooth just starts crying.
oh that'll be sad.
It works.
It kind of works, but it doesn't like fully dries it.
Okay,
Like
so
it just does like the first layer, but it needs to like
all of it.
all the way.
Okay, okay.
That's the only truth. And I've tried like this and I clean it on top and literally I think that I've done like so many like nail polish that over and over again and you can just peel it.
Oh, that's what happens.
what
Oh, so see, there you go. You have to let it dry. Otherwise, you can just peel. I mean, I guess if you're testing out the colors, you can do that. But if you don't want to go through the whole process, just let it dry for a few days. All right. And wait, no, I already said that. I think it was already recording when I said that. I think I'm just gonna go home and every time I do a workshop, I come home and I'm like, I'm gonna totally do this. I did another stream where I was painting because I'm totally obsessed with Kakashi right now. So I did a stream where I was painting Kakashi, and I just didn't realize that sometimes you have to shake the paint. And so when I was pouring it out, it was like all like watery, and I'm like, this paint. And in my head, I was like, it's because I've had it for like years and I hadn't used it, hadn't opened it. It was like in this like shed in the back for like about a year. But then I shook it and all the problems went away. Anyway, but I didn't finish it. And now I want to go home and like play with this. But turns out that you fund no, what is it? Fund, not fund, found. You create. There you go. Use a different one. If you create a nonprofit organization, it's a lot of work. So I don't have a lot of time to play.
It's a realm that you have never experienced before. A lot of
Yeah. It is a lot of fun, but a lot of like the activities that I used to do before, I'm just kind of like not able to do as often as I want to. But I am trying to stream more because guess what? People who hopefully people will know. But now on our Twitch, we're not partners with Twitch yet. But we are able to now take subscriptions. So that is one way where you can support us, like once a month or like monthly basis. And we are working on all the cool stuff that you get if you do subscribe to our channel, which means that I will have to be streaming cool things more often and consistently. And I shall have to figure that out because my ADHD brain is like, it will happen eventually. I was supposed to be streaming Stranger Things on our Discord community. And what's today? Today's the 8th, right?
Mhm.
It's been 8 days and I still don't really have a time. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I did stuff yesterday, so I didn't stream it. I was technically also supposed to do it last week, but I was doing stuff and I also didn't stream it. So I need to get my life together, which means that just organizing and a lot of the things that I'm like hyper focused on can sort of like wait for later. They don't need to be done or completed in that moment. But I just kept, you know what? Wait, you know what I just realized? I didn't put it on my calendar that I was gonna do these things. So I'm like, oh, I have a day off, and or Discord, a manager has been fantastic because she sends me texts and she's like, are you gonna do it today? And I'm like, I can't, because now I'm like nowhere near my house and like streaming available. So you have to wait for later. And but we did. Like, I'm supposed to be doing it every Thursday because supposed to be like binge watching it for our October fundraiser that we're having. If you would like more information, check out our website. All the information is there. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I might end this stream a little bit earlier, only because again I don't have the tools. We didn't have enough tools in order to like make this happen for myself. We had a lot of people coming to script. But that just kind of means that I'll probably do another stream where I can show you guys everything I learned on this one so you can see like step by step or like how I'm doing it. I guess. But yeah, if you have ever, I think this is on YouTube. Can you post pictures on YouTube comments? No,
What do you
right?
mean?
Like if you want to comment on like a video, can you post a picture and stuff?
No, you could put emojis.
That's lame.
That's the
Well,
capacity of it.
Because I was gonna be like, oh, if you've ever worked with like air dry clay, let us know what you did. But then I was like, you can't actually share anything with us. I mean, you can tag us at Psych for Geeks and like our socials, or you can go to Discord and share there. I highly recommend going to Discord because this month actually we are watching Princess Mononoke.
Are you to be the one teaching? That's really good.
Oh wow, that is great.
I think your plug is closer to you.
Do you want to? Ah,
I'm gonna reach that.
alright.
Are you doing a movie? I'm so proud of.
So,
You're the one of.
still, I haven't continued reading it.
That's okay. I stopped there and it took me a year and a half, almost a year. So then I was like,
I can't wait that long though. I might. So one of my plans to get cut up in One Piece stuff is to force myself to like schedule like a video that I have to like record with my brother that is going to be published in October. So I have to read. Otherwise, it's never gonna happen. I'm just reading fan fiction at this point.
I like the psychology that's coming out of it. Not gonna lie.
Like that's one of the things that I really liked about like reading it and like talking about it with my brother, because I mean obviously because mental health is something that I'm passionate about and I see it everywhere. And then he said like, yeah, and did you know? And like he loves to watch other people sort of like either react to watching it for the first time, reading it for the first time, and interpretations and like all those like theories that people have. And there's so much like insight that you can gain. And the characters are like well created, I think. Even the like the minor side characters that don't have a lot of times
It's very intention.
are often really, really fast. Yeah, they also have these things. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cut this short because I feel my eyes closed. I'm so tired. But now there's no what. I did sort of like overworked this week. I shouldn't have done that. And now I'm bankrupt.
Oh,
Not that you were gonna give me advice.
hold on. I am. I just gotta go find what I was trying to do. The visual. I'm very visual.
Visual.
So those of you who are hearing my voices, you'll meet me soon. Yeah. That's like okay.
I can smell both. It's making me hungry.
I'm like going back to our conversation about self
Oh,
care.
wait. So I kind of
You feel tired. Why?
Because I didn't sleep well. Why? Because I was reading back. Is that self care? No, because once it starts interfering with
Yes.
like our day to day stuff, it no longer helps, right?
Yes.
So reading is a good way of doing self care. But if I'm constantly reading, where like I'm not eating well, I'm not sleeping, I'm not like socializing, I'm not doing anything to take
No
care of
longer
myself,
become-
it's no longer self care. Yeah. So there is you can do a quick Google search because I can't really show you right now. For what's
Self-care wheel.
wheel. And yeah, it so in psychology a lot of things are sort of connected. So it's not just like mental health that is affected by us doing mental health or not doing self-care, sorry, not mental health. It's not just sort of like the mental psychological aspect of it, but it also affects our emotional, because think about it, like when you are tired and because you didn't sleep well, are you happy? No, you're probably grumpy, right? If you're grumpy with other people, you're probably going to react grumpily to things that
It's your tolerance level.
your tolerance level is like very low at this point. So then you're gonna make everyone around you kind of grumpy as well. And then it's just gonna become this thing where like any minor inconvenience, it becomes like really horrible, right? And then it starts like if we continue on, like the longer we do it, and if we are not sort of like taking a break from those sort of like negative thoughts or experiences, then it starts getting into like the physical aspect of it, right? Because then now we're tired, and because we're tired, we're like tripping or bumping things more often. We are physically not able to react as we should. Potentially
People
have
get sick.
accidents. You can get sick. That's true.
So their immune system starts to go down.
Yeah, there's a lot of research that has gone into showing that people who tend to be a bit more negative in the way that they think, they just get colds a lot easier. So like you can avoid the common cold if you just practice self care by playing with modeling clay. And this is because I think one of the things that one of the reasons why I ended up creating psychology for kids is because when I would talk to adults, a lot of the times they were like, "Oh, those things are for kids," and I'm like, "No, they're not. Like we also like adults also need to have fun. These things can also be created like by
You're
adults.
human.
We're human. We need it. Yeah, and then so like again, so if we're not taking care of our mental health, it goes into like our physical or emotional, spiritual is sort of like tied in into that, because then we stop doing certain things, right? And then that starts affecting our environment, right? Like just kind of like it's a lot easier to make other people grumpy when you're tired and you're also grumpy. Then it moves into our workplace, it moves into our personal life, friendships and all that stuff. So um yeah, hence why self-care is actually good. Everything's interconnected. So if you are not really wanting to do like meditation, color, color, play with clay, create something. And again, the what's that thing that people say is like the moral of the story is like the friends we made along the way and all like the thing, right? So it's
the
more
journey, not the
the destination. Yeah, there you go. So it's not necessarily what the outcome of this creation is. It's no longer a ball. I broke it, but it's not whether or not it's like a piece of art because that's the thing that used to. Because I've always loved painting and coloring, but it never came out the way I wanted in like my head. And I
Would you say the perfectionism?
oh yeah, totally. The anxiety of like, but I can't do it anyway. So like I would just give up. I lost interest, ADHD, anxiety, like yeah, I just kind of like blended
So
in.
self care
Imposter syndrome.
became something that was actually hindering your like
Yeah, it
no,
was
negative
inflating.
effect.
Yeah. So as long as you are kind of like it's about the friends we made along the way or like about the journey, then the outcome of it is and I think if you do like something enough, you will eventually pick up skills. Because I've done I think maybe five workshops that I participated in, paint workshops that I participated in, and in all of them I learned sort of like a new technique of how to draw trees because they're so hard. Like I just can't. But then I also learned how to blend. Yeah, I learned how to blend because it was like the different because we hire different artists, so everybody has a different way of like doing art. So that's alternative.
But the first step is awareness that these
Oh no,
thoughts
it's like
and
getting
these.
dry. So like, that's something.
I think
Just
the
making a
biggest
mess.
tip you can give is that self awareness is the first step. Be aware that those thoughts come up or like those belief systems are there.
I mean, there's a reason why we have our therapy, right? Because it's regulated. And also that's the other thing, right? To keep in mind is that if you don't really want to do the traditional sit and talk about like your feelings and stuff, there's a bunch of different types of therapy that you can try out there. There is art therapy, there
Somatic
is
therapy.
somatic therapy, there is other life coaching as well, which is a little bit more affordable sometimes, easier to find, would you say?
Now, yeah, you can. You can find them in person or online.
Mhm. You don't have to go through. I mean, I guess the problem would be that you don't have to go through insurance for that, but then you have
That's
to.
the only yeah.
Yeah.
Some places for work now are partnering with life coaches that they hire on their platform. Actually, yeah. So it is it's a growing industry as it's going, as it's been evolving. Um, but you can also do retreats in nature. Nature is one of the best.
Yes, that is one I've seen. Like nature therapy is what you call, or like people do like
Different ones. I've gone to like a
sauna.
connect to your root one where you go to your ancestral lands and you do more native concepts of it and it's really cool. Or I've gone to more like modern day-to-day one where like for example I'm gonna go to one at the end of this month here in Anaheim and LA where it's gonna be a little different where you do 3 days of intense kind of like workshop. It's built like in a workshop, but there are exercises that we do. It's pretty cool. One of them is breath work. Another one is the educational piece of, being aware again. Self awareness is the first skill that you have to understand. And it's very educational. That's why I love it. And it's about self improvement. That's the philosophy that I really like. Um, so there's so many. You just have to first understand what are your values, what are you searching for, because then you can get the best experience of who's offering those things.
Well, and also you have to make sure that because this is something we were talking about earlier. Um, you have to make sure that you are doing something to invest in yourself. Because if you're not actually like making time to do any of this, just it gets harder. Because I do talk to parents oftentimes and be like, oh, like exercise is good for you. To reduce stress, to so
So if you
don't
get a gym membership and it's hurting the bank, that's not the best.
Right. And also, like, one of the things that I often hear is, oh my gosh, that little tail is so cute. I was looking at your tail, he's like so cute. He's so cute. He's like, sorry, I got distracted. I'm with the camera, the two is great. I was saying, oh yeah, you have to like think of this as an investment. No, because oftentimes the other thing that happens is we think about it of like, well, I haven't been productive today, so I shouldn't take a break, right? But that's not, just like my therapist told me, it's not about like working, better or being more effective at your work. That's a side effect essentially of you working on your own mental health. But yeah, you kind of have to make it a priority because there's sort of things that we make priorities,
Yeah.
right? But then usually anything that has to do with self-care is the first thing that goes out the window when it essentially, because it's kind of like a counterproductive. A lot of the times we feel like, well, I don't have energy to like exercise, but you need to exercise to have energy.
Have you heard of the cup theory? Or not the cup theory?
Example.
So, for example, this is your vessel. This is you, right? Right? The cup represents your body,
This one.
right?
This stuff,
So the first concept is you pour into your cup so that then you have enough energy, time to pour into others, right? But what happens when you pour into others? The water's gonna reduce. Now, if you're not replenishing and the water keeps going down and you got nothing, then this is where people burnt out. There's nothing to give anymore, right?
And yes, so yes, and to take it a step farther.
See if you know the second level to this.
Oh, well, I don't know, but let me
Go,
see.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is my theory. So usually too, what happens is when we get to the point where our hobbies, we have like zero energy, we're completely burnt out, and then but we're still going to work. We still have to make a living, right? We still have to clean our house, do all the stuff. What happens is like almost we are using our future selves energy. And then, so let's say that you have been overworking yourself for like
Or
about a month. And so now you're like burnt out. A weekend getaway will be helpful, but it's not going to completely remove the burnt out because you've been overworking yourself for months. You need maybe not the equivalent, but you need a lot more than we give ourselves because we're always like, oh, I haven't had a day off in like 3 months, and then I'm going to take a 2-day weekend or a 3-day weekend somewhere. It's helpful, but it's not going to like completely remove all of it's like not enough rest.
It's a band-aid.
It's a band-aid. Yeah, exactly. Because you're still empty. You still have nothing. Like you essentially like fill it up enough, but then you go back to work and it goes back to like empty, right? So it's just kind of working on like the bare minimum.
Yeah. And the cup itself can break, right? You have people
Yes.
who ends up having a mental health breakdown where they're 50 on 50 or just doing extreme measurement. That's when your cup legit is shattering, right? I've realized all that. But the second level to this concept is okay, we pour to then pour out, and then it's like the cycle pouring, right? Which is the first step. Now the second level to this concept is I am pouring into myself so much and take care of myself that it's overflowing. No, it's overflowing. If it's overflowing, that means that people are getting the overflow energy. I'm not constantly dumping, and now I am actually elevating much more because I'm fully taking care of myself and giving my extra energy out. So that's the second level.
The best example I think for this is caretakers, parents, or someone who takes care of like a family member. They usually experience this because they don't have enough time to take care of themselves, but yet they keep pouring into other people's cups, and then they end up with nothing. I wish I had like, you know what? No, you guys should tune in to later when I actually play play at a different time. Again, because we don't have enough space here where we are, and we are fully booked, I guess. We only have enough space and tools for a specific number of people, and maxed out, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
It is. It's a good problem. It's a great problem to have. And so yeah, so like I highly encourage you guys to follow our socials, join our newsletter, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitch, subscribe to Twitch. We are working on our super cute emotes. Yeah, I just need to get the final versions of them from the artist and
So excited.
And then you can check out all the other cool stuff that we have. We do have a Discord community, which I highly recommend you guys join because we are doing movie nights. We are doing a lot of like community events, and that's sort of like only the tip of the iceberg because then I have things that we do for the community, like mental health, like basic mental health presentations that I do. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I wish I could go, but it's too far away for me," or like, I am at work at that time, so I can't make it. So that's why we wanted to also have an online community because even if you don't live in California or anywhere near where we are located, you can still join in the things that we're doing. So eventually we are going to be adding a lot more stuff to our Discord community. So I highly recommend you guys join. And that being said, don't forget to reframe and reenchant your life. And next week I will also be streaming. It's plant and painting. That's the workshop next week.
Want to look where?
That's fine. Just go to the website under community events. All the events that we're having online or in person are there. So check that out. And we will see you guys on the next stream. Bye. Or on our Discord community.